Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Darla Lucian Studios. I'm Darla Lucian and today we're going to do a little tutorial, but first I'm going to do a flip through of this Envelope Folio. Just to get us started, I just ask you if you would like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want more videos like this, comment and share. Really helpful for my channel, also helpful for me to know what it is that you're looking for. Alright, so let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of flip through this. I made this one for my daughter. So this is kind of more of a prototype. So I'm going to say that I didn't decorate it kind of maybe as fancy as I would if I was, you know, gifting it to somebody else. I ended up giving it to my daughter because she liked how it turned out. I honestly was just doing it to try this out. A number of people have done different kinds of envelope folios, but anyway, so let's just kind of flip through this. Sorry, I'm just going to grab some water. Now that the weather has turned cold, with the furnace on, I get dried out a little easier. So this envelope folio is literally like made from junk mail envelopes. Okay, so like so. So like take one of these, just the regular ones. They're about the same. They're all about the same size. I think I used about 6 to make this. Can't say for sure because I used parts. But it has, and I'm so proud of this, 37 pockets in it. So this is really, maybe it might even have eight, up to 8 because I used parts, right? I wouldn't use 8 whole envelopes, but you might need about 8. And it's nice to have a variety. Anyway, 37 pockets is a lot, which means that there's a lot of little tuck spots. Plus, I used a variety of different kinds. Ones with windows, ones without windows. And the security feature, I actually use that as kind of one of the features of this. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and start looking at our folio. So this one, you know what? I should get a tag. Or I will just use this little definition here that I had cut out for a different thing. So here's one pocket, second pocket, 3. This one you access from inside, back here. So that's 4. 5 in here. 6 in that one. That flips out. Then we got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 underneath there. Is that one 14? Yeah, 14 right in there. 15. 16, 17, 18. 19, 20. 21. That one's glued down. No. Yep. 22. Up here, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20, I don't know if you can see this, 26 in there, 27 in there, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, I think this one at the top, 34, yep, 35, 36, and then on the back. Oh, no, maybe I counted, okay, yeah, I counted that one, 36, 37, maybe I have 38 or 39, I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of pockets. Oh, and we're losing some of these stickers. Some of these stickers are a bit older, so they're popping off. I will have to glue some of these down. Anyway, I used different stickers to decorate it, but you can also see that I used the insides of the envelopes to decorate as well. I wonder where this one came off of. There doesn't seem to be a natural spot where it came from. I think the back. Maybe right here. That's probably where it came from. Seems like it's missing something there, doesn't it? All right, so also all the joins are made with just strips of envelope glued on. And so that's where we're getting all the extra bits from. All right, so the fun thing about this is that you just kind of create as you go along. So like these, so the first thing to do is to join two together, right? You get that? And then you start building from there. You start layering from there. So let's just see what we're going to do. Let's put this one off to the side for now. All right. And then let's start looking here. So you can have different sizes of envelopes. So I do want to kind of show you that. You know, this one's a bit fatter, but shorter. And of course, this is a CD cover, so it's completely square. I don't know if I would necessarily use that one, but I mean, we can try it. So then I've got this, this quite a bit larger envelope. But I love the flowers on there. That's kind of pretty, hey? And then of course you have different colors too. So you can have like white or this craft paper color. And I'm going to go with a white one just this time. Again, I find it just easier to work with when they're all kind of the same color, but they wouldn't necessarily need to be either. All right, so then the other thing that you could do is you can either work with new envelopes. These ones are new. These ones are the return envelopes that are included. Or you can work with ones that, I mean, your mail came in. So I have, like I said, I have a variety of different kinds here. And then I also have ones that have windows and then ones without windows as well. So, like not all these came to my house. I have people who just kind of let them collect and then they just hand me a bunch of this kind of stuff to see, you know, what I'll use them for in the crafting. And also we homeschool, so we definitely go through a lot of like these kinds of craft supplies. Ah, water is a good thing. All right, so let's see. So my cover, for my cover, like this one's open at the top, which is going to make it hard to access this one, so I might end up cutting this one, is what I'm thinking. So maybe I'll use this one for my cover, for my front cover. And then we can use the flap as one of the joins for the next one. So the front cover then will allow me to have, if I open it at the top, will allow me to have a pocket at the top. Or if I just leave it like that, I can put stuff in from here. I think I would definitely glue this here. All right, let's just see what we're gonna do here. Where's my scissors? All right, so I'm gonna make a pocket at the top. That's the first thing. So I'm just gonna cut a little trim off of there. And I'm going to even this part out here because of course it's a slight curve. So we want to make sure that that is more even. All right, so those little tiny pieces I don't keep. All right. So now you see we're kind of quite open. Look at that lovely pattern in there. Wouldn't that be great for just a black and white journal? All right. So then I'm going to put a line of glue down the middle here. And then we can close it off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save myself the headache. And I'm going to put the thumb holes in first before I get going any further. It's going to be a lot easier to do thumb holes while it's all loosey-goosey. All right, where's that pink pencil? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to actually put the thumb hole right above the pocket so we get a real kind of understanding of what this is going to be here. And then on the inside, So then I'm going to assume that I'm coming down to about here. So this will be the pocket here. So I want it in the center, the thumb hole, kind of eyeballing it. I'm not going to be too fussy. But let's say about there. All right. So then let's quickly cut those out. So always move your paper around to your scissors rather than moving your scissors around the paper. Just makes it easier to make more precise cuts. All right, and then this one here. All right, time for the gluing. I got so excited before about gluing. All right. Okay, and then this one glues up the side here. So I'm just going to put the glue right on this flap that's going down. Right on the edge here. All right. Here we go. All right, so that is our first pocket created. And honestly, our second pocket too, right back here. All right, so now what do we want more on the front? Where is that one that was? Oh, this one. That is quite a big pocket. Let's see what it looks like when I cut it. Wow, it's a very bad cut. I should have held it more straight. You know what? I have a paper trimmer. Why not? Let's use it, hey? All right. Sometimes you have to kind of push a little harder because it's multiple layers and these are thicker. All right, so that's still ginormous for here. Although I do like the idea that that is continued, that that pattern is continued. But what if we just cut off this bottom then? Might save that in case we need to use it for hinges. All right, and then here, I was thinking about wrapping it around the side, but this is very stiff and that would make a very narrow pocket by the time we had the glue on it. So I think I'm just going to cut that strip off as well. Okay. I'm trying to make this side kind of more equal with that side. All right, how do we like how that looks? All right. So now this one naturally opens from this side, right? Well, it's actually open on 3 sides currently. So we could glue these sides here and then have it open here. And when we glue it down, we'll glue it on 3 sides to create that a second pocket so it's layered. But I do want to get rid of this, and before we go too much further, I think we should put something around on that. So let's just see what the inside of this looks like. So we're using the other side. Can we put this on here and make that another pocket here? Let's do that. All right, so how big do we want it? Maybe we could go up higher. That's not going to be seen underneath, right? So I'm not as worried about the edge on that one. So how high up do we want to go? We can't go higher than that. So let's cut it there. You can see this is very precise work. Well, you know, generally speaking, you want to kind of eyeball it, but you might end up making more cuts than I do. Or less cuts than I do if you measure, more cuts if you're not necessarily measuring. All right, so I'm just kind of trying to measure this to see. All right. So I'm going to trim the bottom here because I just, the curling edge isn't going to be very beneficial, I don't think. Honestly, it's hard to tell exactly. It doesn't feel even at the top. I don't feel like it's square. And I'm trying to figure out how to get it to be more square. All right, let's just take this side off and then use this side. Yeah, that seems more square now. All right. Now let's see. How are we doing? Good, good. All right, so let's just slowly take that little bit off now. I'm just kind of evening everything up. So some of those little shredded bits I'm just tossing, I'm not worried about it. All right, there we go. So now we need to decide, are we going to do a top loading pocket on this one? This one is going to be a side loading pocket. So we could go like this and do a side, and a side. That would be 3 right there. That could be fun. All right, let's do that, I think. All right, so let's put little thumb holes on here. We're going to just take a little bit of this so that people can see that the top part is like the part that's behind is also a pocket. I want that to be very obvious as well. All right. Pencil. All right, and then this one, I'm just going to do it on the back because I just see it easier. Pencil, and the same thing with this one, put it on the back. Which side did I want? Yeah, this side because I want that edge there, okay? And then there. I find that thumb holes help, especially when we're looking back, because in that one I did not put thumb holes on everything on the template that I made, or on the first try kind of thing. And so then it makes it very difficult to, wow, I'm seriously off on this one. I do not know what I was looking at. Let's try this again. I think that's better. Oh yeah. Still feels high. Alright, I'm just going to start cutting. I have done better cutting jobs in my life. Okay. Oh, and this feels like off too. So I'm just going to do just a little in out here. I don't want to wreck the edge of this too much. Okay. Alright, so here I want to actually erase this because it's going to be on the outside. I mean, I might cover it, but... Alright. So, time to glue down next bits. Here's my glue book. Glue pad, I mean. So we're going to go on 3 edges. I'm just using tacky glue on this because with pockets you see like a lot of in and out, like there's a lot of use on it. And so it's really important to make sure that you've got a good stick, shall we say. All right, here we go. So that didn't cover as much of the words, but I mean, not that I care. That's not too bad. All right, so then we are gonna do the two sides here, because of course we got the fold. And then here. So that's going to give us our window pocket. Just fold that over. Pull it away from where the fold is. Looking great. I'm going to just give this a little bit more of a trim in here so it kind of matches a little bit better to the one behind. Should have just done them at the same time, shouldn't I? That would have been smarter. All right, now we're going to do three sides as we're going to make the pocket out of this as well. You can never have too many pockets in a folio. So folios, you know, are kind of used for collecting bits and pieces of things in. Or, you know, you could put journaling cards in too. I mean, that is perfectly all right. All right, so I'm just smearing the glue because tacky glue dries white and can be bumpy if it's not smoothed out, which is why I keep taking my time to do that. Oh, look at that. So now, because I use the same color, the edge doesn't show up very much. So I am just going to grab my handy dandy ink here quick and just give it a little zip on the edge before the glue dries, hopefully before the glue dries. All right, now we're going to try placing it down again. All right, there we go. All right, so, I mean, except for decorating, I think the front is done for structure. Okay, moving along. Sorry, I got glue goobers all over my fingers, so it's making it hard to feel anything. Ah! All right, so, what are we going to attach? One of these, like so. So if you're attaching an envelope, it's important to make sure that you have space in the fold so that you've got room kind of for it to expand, or also to put in for pockets. So I guess I can't go in here, but in here. All right, so do I want it to go this way? Do you want to keep the, you know, I'm just thinking, do we want to keep the flap keep going this way and keep loading on this side? I mean, we could. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so let's just be real simple. So this one doesn't have any windows to worry about on this side, so I don't have to worry about when I put this down that I'm going to be covering over a window, so let's just do it. So the nice thing about the flaps is that they create natural joins in the envelope folio, which is kind of fun. And like if you are using an envelope for pockets, but you're not kind of using the edges, just save the flaps, because they can be for joins in other places where, like in the center here, like if we're going a different direction, then we might need a flap over here or an extra flap in here if we're going to add another one in. We can certainly do that. All right, so that's now added down. So let's see what it looks like on the back. All right, good. So let's add what? We could add one of these in here, or in here like so. It would be very mimicking the front. I don't know if I really want to do that. Then there's like this totally different shape, which adds kind of an interesting feature, and it would end up hanging out a little. That's the only thing. So we'd have to be able to tuck whatever inside and then put that on. Okay, So I really need to think about how we're going to do that. I think we're going to do one more, maybe? Or if I do it this way, then it's kind of the opposite on the back with the pocket on the bottom. And this covers up that part. And so I don't know, do I need this here? Well, maybe. Maybe that's where I attach that then. Nope, that doesn't work, right? Because then it's too big to close this way. Okay, see? See how you have to think these things through? All right, so I'm going to take this off, and like I said, I'm going to save this strip. Doing it off to the side here just because I have a little more space. So let's just keep that to the top. These are these extra bits that may or may not be useful. All right, so then I had decided I want to do that, right? That's going to be great. Wow, they're very close in size. All right, tacky glue, come to me. So, and again, we do want to just leave a tiniest little bit of space there so that we've got room. We don't want it to be right on top of each other. It does make it more difficult to fold it up later, especially as we stuff it with things. More pockets, but also like if you want to put things in. All right, let's just line that up with a little bit of a space there, maybe 1/4 of an inch, something like that. Oh, a little bit of glue coming over there. Okay, all right, so this is what we've got so far. So that's how it looks. And then that folds out like that. And so we've got space in here, space in here. So this one we want to have a pocket, access to this pocket, maybe on this side. So I am going to cut this down just a little. We'll see how straight my hand is again. Not so straight, I guess. Let me put it this way. You know, it's always different when you do it yourself for your own prototype and then when you're doing it on camera. And you're like, oh, they really should probably be able to see what I'm up to. I could have done this before I attached it, which would have definitely made it easier. But we didn't really know what we were doing yet. So, okay, so we'll do a pocket, so we'll glue inside, we'll glue here, and then we'll do a double pocket here. I think that's what I want to see. So, let's do that. Let's glue the double pocket part first because it's just a little bit tighter over here. Good. And then over here, right by the window. So I know you couldn't really see when I was gluing, but I have a line of glue down here and a line of glue down there. So now we're just going to press that down. And now we have our two pockets plus the window pocket on that side. This is coming along quite nicely. All right. And so then in the center, what do we want to do in the center? So obviously there's a natural pocket here. We could just use this whole thing as a pocket actually. I might just do that on this one so we have an opportunity for a tall thing. And it will make it a little bit easier as far as cutting. All right. So then what do we want to do on this? So that's always the fun part. Let's see. Well, I am out of envelopes, am I? No, I have these ones here. But I do want not just these fatter ones. These fatter ones are really not going to work great. And I'd like some that have, oh, there's a little bit of paper that we can use. I would like some that have some pockets. So I'm just going to grab it in a second here. So I just keep this thing is just full of, you see, deliciousness here. So I'm just going to go like this, so just in case there's addresses, we don't want to show. There's a nice 1-to-1. And there's another ATB window 1. This is a different pattern in there, which is kind of nice. Nice to mix it up sometimes. Well, let's see, what else do we have? Just thinking about that other pattern kind of deal. It's funny, it seems like mostly the ones that come to me are kind of the same. There's ones that are just blank and long. Maybe that one might work too. All right. That one's blue. Okay. All right, let's try some of these. I was thinking the white one along here. So let's slice and dice this baby up. And then I don't want it quite as let's take off the edge first of all. And then I'm going to take off this part here. And this could possibly be used as a hinge as well. All right. So let's go halfway there. Ooh, this one is really in my eyes now. Definitely come around. Actually, I'll save that bit too. Okay. All right. So this one I'm just going to be very simple. So there's going to be a pocket here, and of course this is already a big pocket. So we'll need to glue this little strip down here, and then 3 sides on this one. Where is my glue book? Guess what? It's under 1 million envelopes. Imagine that. All right. Here we go. Oh, let's get that chunky off there. Opening and closing it so many times and it's getting grumpy at me. Alright, I'm going to just shift that right to the bottom there. Awesome. Okay, so then that's the bottom half finished of the middle section. I'm just going to put it right on the bottom here. That's from the flap. All right. This is not as handy here. Okay. All right. Now what shall we do? So we got that one there. Should we put something here? We have a smaller window. Yeah, this one's a little bit smaller. Might fit this way. Just. So you don't have to use window envelopes, but I mean they already come with windows, so much fun that way, right? Alright, so I'm just leaving this strip because of course it can open up and it can be a hinge. And I'm taking off this side too, just because I want to even it out. There we go. All right. What's that going to do for me? That is not going to do a thing for me, what I need it to do. It is over too far. It is too big of a window, now that I see it here. I mean, I would have to do just the window, and of course that's no fun. So then the other thing is I could just put it over here. Look at that. All right, so let's just take this edge down. As I'm holding it, I was thinking we could even just fold it over and reinforce that edge, but for the sake of time right now, I'm just going to go kind of quickly here. All right. So let's see what that looks like. You like how that looks? Looks pretty good, hey? All right, glue book. So you can see how it's very easy for each of these. I better glue on this part so we know just where to stop. It's very easy for each of these to be unique because really it depends on the envelopes that you're working with and how you decide you're going to put it together. And I mean, it really kind of the process, oh, I actually need it for the back here. The process of creating, you know, is kind of very unique each time. Make sure I don't glue down the side that I want to put the pocket on. This one is, like, I enjoy the process of creating these. These are quite a bit of fun for me. I like all like the exploring that you can do when you're done building it, and they're just really sweet to explore. Let's see. Oh yes, this one with the basket weave thing. Let me put that one on here. And what if it was a flip out? Or a flip down? You don't have a flip down yet or a flip up. We could do it as a flip up. Let's do that. All right, so let's make this a little bit narrower. Let's match that to that side. But let's cut this off first. All right. Let's see, eyeballing it. That's actually kind of thicker. That's fine. Alright. Alright, so the part that we want to glue will be this part here. And then it'll attach here. And so we'll need something to attach it right there. So we can use any of these little bits here. This bit's just plain white, so why don't we use this bit to touch? Or we could use a color too, like a colored bit. That might make it more interesting looking. All right. So we need to cut this the same size. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it on. And then, I guess it doesn't matter which end I glue. But let's glue this shut first of all. So along that side, glue, and then do I want the pocket on the outside or pocket on the inside? I think on the inside. So then I'm just going to glue along the bottom here to put the hinge on. Grab a little water. Yes, that is good. Okay, so I want to have, maybe about a 1/2 inch kind of glued on there. Then we're going to slice that part off, just right along the edge here. I could probably just do it with my scissors, but I'm having a hard time being straight today, so rather than trusting myself to be straight, oh look, there's part of the window, that can go. All right, so then this is going to get folded pretty much, pretty much right at the edge here. Maybe even just slightly lower than the edge. And then more glue there, and then we attach it to our folio. So because this is a hinge and we're going to be flipping and whatever, I'm putting tons of glue on here. Okay. So I don't want it exactly right at the top, but I do want it to match this edge better, so let's just turn that slightly. There we go. All right. I'll be right back. Just going to grab my runs. Just one of those kind of baking days today. All right. Sorry about that interruption. Okay. So I do like how that looks. So we can still do stuff under here. But again, like if you wanted it for writing, this might actually be enough. Pockets. But I would definitely want to cover any of the extra writing and stuff on here. I might even put like scrapbooking paper on it. So far, it all folds up really great, so that's what it looks like right now. All right, what else do we want to do? What if we turned one of our security envelopes inside out? Like this one, where is that one? That was that other pattern, that basket weave pattern. Okay, so it's very easy to turn these inside out. All you have to do is open it so that only one side's attached, which is super easy with a paper trimmer. And what if we trimmed off that extra thick bit? Because that's just going to be annoying when it comes to doing a pocket. Alright, so what if we did an even smaller bit there for a pocket? Like so. Just like that. Do you see how just even using the inside of the envelopes themselves is the decoration? You know, I actually don't mind. I don't think I am going to put a thumb hold on that. I think I'll just do it as is. Alright, so then, tacky glue, 3 sides. And in this case, it doesn't matter which long side I leave open because we didn't have any particular direction on this one. Okay, but I kind of want to line it up with the center of what that looks like there. Awesome. All right, well, I'm really happy with this part. I think that part's done. All right, so now we have this part and this part to think about. Okay. What should we do here? So we've got basket and basket here. Do we need some here yet? Do we like that idea? Is it too much now? And we could do a top loading pocket here because we've got a lot of side pockets. We could also make a gusseted pocket here. Maybe that will be interesting here. Let's do a gusseted pocket. All right, so a gusseted pocket just means that it's going to pop out a little bit. So we've already got fold right there, which is kind of why I was thinking, let's do that. So now I'm going to use my paper trimmer as just a guide. And where's my embossing tool? There we go. So then I'm just going to push right along where the cut line is normally and just get a little bit of a crease. So then we're going to do it on the other side as well. I'm not measuring it per se, but just eyeballing it so